All right, guys, we're back. Okay, so after dealing with Leviathan, we kind of are dropping in our excitement a little, but we are dealing with some refugees who are being ramped up to cause problems in the Sultanate now. After a fact, and Teleji Alegi, when questioned about his actions right before this, said that his actions would lead to revolution. So he's clearly got a hand in this. But to what end? What is his goal? You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, did the merchant have to say... What did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stonestow to recruit others. The terrified refugee would have you find the shady figure who is trying to stir dissent among his brethren. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Exactly, Mira. Exactly, Minicat. Alright, we're searching Stone's Throw for the merchant. Good thing you already have your favorite Pokemon, Vector. I know Mareep is cute. So if you recall, Stone's Throw is that area that we didn't really explore too much, but it's right outside the gates of Ul'dah, because it's a stone's throw from Ul'dah. Alright, what are we looking for? Man, these are the most shoddy tents ever. Hey there, Ellie. Or just Elle. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man they said we're going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? You! I... He's getting away! Go get him, miss! I like how we just watch him run away at the start thing. But he's no match for a speeding carbuncle. Hang on 1 second, I gotta make sure Minicat is not trying to get on the screen. Can you stay off the screen, please? Man, this is a really nice breeze out today, guys. Alright. This quest is called Reap the Whirlwind. Alright. Well, this is good because I have Steel Cyclone. Look at those almost. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations? None. Those who say that are usually guilty. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no rights to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things that you claim. Surely you don't think I give a keycun's ass about politics. It was business. Only business. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Our character looks rather unperturbed by this. What's all this commotion? Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Man, if only the law looked at it that way. Fuck. They'd be like, get out of here. They'd be like, nah, son, you existed in the vicinity? No, we're holding you for years on end. It must have been you who stabbed him clear through the body with the arrow. At close range. I guess we're walking there. Did you know that famous streamer Vector is also an incredible archer in real life? He lacks the ability to fight up front, he said, but he makes up for it with his martial prowess. Also, why is my inventory just getting more and more full? Yeah, I gotta sell this stuff. Anyway. What news, Mero? Where's the merchant? Murdered? Damn it, all to seven hell. He was not simply murdered, Mero. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Alright, let's equip our new necklace. It's actually better than my current gear, so... Cool. Miro, we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As we've already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. Oh shit. Damn it. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. The primal is to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Aetherite found within the depths of Sahara, the Amalja stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aethernet from salvaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without any problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your stoutest comrades would be ill-advised. That is the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. Please, the correct term is Arbalist. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, I accidentally pushed forward the if it bleeds, we can kill it quest. We will probably have to do that at some point, but not now. The Flame General left word you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you return. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be awaiting you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay, well, we're just going to jump down here and head to the Aetherite. So, Vector, how did you get into the Arbalist life? I always forget where I'm gonna go when I click on an airline. It's like I just clicked it and it's like, okay, where do I go? Where was I going? And it's like not even just a recent thing. This has always happened to me ever since I started playing the fucking game. We've been expecting you, madame. Please proceed inside. If I recall, 2.3 didn't have a huge amount of content to it.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the Calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Taleji Adeleji.
Taleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Taleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Welcome, Faye! Hello! We just got a tidbit of information. Oh, the Omega weapon. There's some wrists. Some wrist upgrades. I should be glad to know the truth, yeah, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the scion best suited to this task, Private Prentice. Do take a moment to visit Maelstrom Command and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Be gone, whelp! This is no place for children! Sorry guys, my nose is really itchy. I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? So he visited Stonethrow as well, I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Hey look, Alphina's doing something. Of course, but first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see. No one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by the pillow over there? We require but a moment. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quickstand. Mayhap Mamodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal, even dealing with an Asian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon to respond in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Miro, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the 12th Wood has taken a turn for the worst. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The 12th Wood, then the primal threat she spoke of before, has been confirmed. I've received no reports of XIV activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Miro, you know as well as I that the appearance of our primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Alright, guys, we have to go deal with something else. What is this? Alright. More donut. Okay. There's Sancred talking to Flemin. Go into the solar and speak with Minfilia. There's Serpent Herald. It's a release to see you healthy and hail, Miro. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphina suffered was one to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Silence will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Here, give me this bracelet. Lord of Levin. Oh, it's not voiced. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, should not have summoned you here if it were not urgent. To business then. I have received the most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain. The Elder Seeds here informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlings, however, display no sign of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon, you saw this eventuality, did not to prevent it? I told Papalimo! I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Eden and I are in agreement. The actions of the Forest Folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain the observation that would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. But alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety into the concealing canopy of the trees. It is like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place the Oyster would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this is a regrettable development. It does afford us a unique opportunity. Miro, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. Wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it might be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can! Let us continue this discussion anon. We needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The eldest Caesar has requested your personal involvement, Miro. Pray report to Commander Hulwa in the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord 11 will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Alright. So, since dealing with the ultimate weapon, we've had to deal with Good King Mogulmog, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Let's go back to Gridania. But the question is, will we actually have to deal with Ramu? Because last time we went through the forest, we never actually had to meet him. It was averted, as they say. Okay. Miro of the Scions. Your arrival is most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The elder Caesar, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned later. Pray, make your way to Nafika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus stand. Posted the wrong article in gaming news? Alright, I'll check it here in a bit. We got break time in another minute or so, before we talk to the Elder Caesar, I think that's a good time to go on break. We still got about an hour left to stream, so we'll do 30 more minutes of MSQ and then 30 minutes of Ninja Quest. Look anywhere, guys.